Coming at you again with some more chicken content. I thought we'd do a real quick recap of what we did for the chickens in the cold weather. Here in Kentucky, we were in the zeros and negatives actual temp the past few days. Just a quick look at the run. What we've been doing is taking their bedding, just push it out for them to pick through and stuff. You can tell over here it's awfully mushy. We'll try to get some sod maybe or something in the spring. I'm not really exactly sure, to be honest. I think about doing the mulch method too. So if anyone's any experience in that, definitely let me know. But anyway, so the coop though, you can see here, put up some of this really heavy plastic over their run. They're pretty much barricaded, at least as it comes to wind, big in this spot here. So we just wrapped those two sides to keep some of the chill off. They're up the bottom too. And they are big fans of hanging out underneath the coop as it stands. And so it was a lot better for them this time. I have a gap right here that I put some plastic onto to keep the breeze out. I gave them some suet, which I wasn't sure they were pecking at. It looks like they were. I guess we'll leave this out here for now. They've never had it before until this cake, and I put it out when it was really cold, like in the actual negative temperatures. That'll give them some more energy, some more fat to get through the cold weather. It seems to have done well. You can sort of see their combs and things here. They look like they're doing okay, so they fared pretty well. I intended to, but I never did, block in these vents, and actually they did okay. I was sort of surprised. But one big change we did make was getting this heater for their water. Some of the specs for it. It's currently like 45 degrees, and it's going to be the lows right at freezing, so we're not too worried about it. The temperature right now, but there we had about 10 inches of snow and ice, so it's still sticking around. But here's some of the specs on it. It does take 120 volts. It says it's 35 watts, or up to 35 watts. I haven't measured it, but we had it out here during the cold, and it did pretty well. They've of course put a bunch of shavings now in their water. Let me see if I can get that cleared out. We have a real rudimentary system here for the coop. Just a couple eye bolts to hold the door closed. Oh, they're big. Look at that. And then this is about 4 or 5 inches of wood shavings in here. I do leave the door closed during the winter time, and we do have a thermometer up here to keep track of the temperature. But you can see there is some decent ventilation in here, and I was going to block off like the outer two and leave the middle one open, but I never got to it, and they all survived, so we're not going to do it now. Here we go. You can sort of see that heater a little bit better. It just sits on top, or the water just sits on top. Like that. I don't want to move it around too much and mess it up for them, but it just sits on top, and it's done really well for us. Actually, we've been pleasantly surprised. Say hi. It's done really well for us throughout the time. Let me show you the control here after I close the door. The plastic's just going to be temporary, so it's kind of janky. Alright. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to do this according to the owner's manual. Put it on the ground like that. That's what we've had for about 2-3 months now. So there's an on-off button here. There's 3 levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. There's a timer for how long it's going to run before it shuts off. And like I said, it just plugs into a normal extension cord. This one-handed. We did get this off Amazon. If I can find a listing, I will post it. One thing that we really liked about this was that it doesn't get the water hot. It just keeps it warm. So that's really nice. Here we go. So you can see there's a timer function, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. We just leave it as on, just to for simplicity, and also we just want it to stay on all the time when it was cold. Now, here's the interesting part. Level 1 is 45% of power, level 2 is 75%, level 3 is 100%. We left it on level 3 while it was really cold. We'll leave it on level 2 for right now. It's going to be pretty warm, relatively. Now, those are not temperatures. Those are percentages of the max power, which I assume is 50 watts. So, it leaves you guessing a little bit. But for the price, it's done really well for us. The solar panel we had to brush off. That's for the Nipot's chicken coop door over there. And overall, they've done well. I thought we'd just do a quick update about the chickens and what we did to keep them warm and keep them survive through the wintertime. This was all covered with snow and ice. And actually, I'm really impressed how well it held up. We'll leave you with some footage of the chickens.